Greetings everyone, this is Jed Shlackman. I'm a holistic counselor and spiritual energy healer. In this presentation, I'll be speaking about the topic of the information age that we're living in and how that connects with wireless transmission of data and energy, and of course energy healing. Vibrational energies being used to heal a person without requiring any physical touch or physical manipulation of that person's body. Here in the year 2015, we can see there's a lot of advanced technology that's being implemented into our environment that's becoming a major part of our lives. We have wireless internet access. We have mobile phones that are receiving wireless signals, working with towers and transmitters and satellites. So there's all that energy and information that's being transmitted in a sense through the ethers, through these invisible fields of energy. And that's a really important advancement or development in technology. Here's a little quick example of something that's a relatively new release to the public in terms of wireless technology. This is a cell phone charger, and it uses what's called Qi or key technology, QI. And that's a technology that allows you to place your phone on this charging pad without any wire touching it. The only wire or cable that's involved is the electrical cable that connects this charging pad to a USB port that's connected to the AC power supply. But the connection of electricity between the charger and the phone is happening in a wireless manner. So the electricity is coming through this pad and the cell phone is receiving it without requiring any cable to connect. It's interesting that they use the word Qi or key to refer to that wireless charging technology, as that is the word that is used in Taoism in China and Chinese medicine to refer to the life force energy, the spiritual energy source that brings life to each of us here as we experience our human existence. The idea of wireless transmission of electricity has been around for a very long time in our even modern history, going back into the early part of the 20th century. There was the inventor Nikola Tesla, who actually is credited with many inventions, but among the most important was the invention of AC, alternating current electricity. Tesla had conceived of a plan to create wireless electricity transmission so that anyone could receive electricity, and it wouldn't be something that you had to plug into the wall to access, that you had to pay a power company to get. It would be this set of wireless frequencies that anyone could connect to anywhere, similar to how in modern times we're connecting our cell phones to a cell phone network from any position that we're at. Tesla had a design to do that for electricity. Of course, at that time there were industrial interests that were profiting a lot from the creation and transmission of electrical power, and they didn't want the general public to be able to have free access to electrical power. So steps were taken to ensure that Tesla's inventions in that area never made it to the public. Times have shifted now, and as we're going further forward now into the 21st century, there's releases of a lot more types of new technology. We can kind of keep abreast of that by looking at some news sites on the internet, seeing what developments there are in the sphere of free energy and alternative energy. In the healing arts, there's also been some interesting shifts throughout history. In ancient times, the idea of healing with that non-physical spiritual energy was very common. In the Chinese culture, of course, they worked with qi in Chinese medicine, and people that were masters of qi or qigong practitioners would often radiate energy through their hands for the purpose of healing, doing so without necessarily touching a person, since that energy is on a level that can be accessed without requiring a physical connection. It's going through our energy field, our biofield or aura. And many other cultures have had similar practices. There's pranic healing in India in the yogic traditions. There's healing with mana in the Pacific Islands. There's shamanic laying on of hands types of healing throughout the Americas and in other societies. There's also the practice of laying on of hands healing in the Christian tradition. And these are things that really anyone can learn to do. So if you would like to be able to be more sensitive to that subtle energy, to perform some energy healing for yourself or for other people, there are various classes and workshops that you can take, various traditions and rituals that people use to build their skills in transmitting that energy. There are courses that I teach which are a form of Reiki energy healing based on some of the original methods that were taught in Japan by a man named Mikao Usui. The Reiki tradition works with symbols as a part of that practice, but beyond the symbols there are some very basic universal methods and exercises that we can use to develop our healing abilities. Since I've discussed this in the context of the technologies that are coming into our society now, I would like to suggest the idea that in the future, energy healing will become just as prominent, or possibly even more prominent, than many of the physically based healing methods that are very common in our society. If we think about different forms of vibrational energy, we consider that there is sound vibration, there's light and color vibration, there's the vibration of smell. So when we have different scents or aromas, those are, in a sense, radiating through the environment, and our sense of smell is tuning into it. And we have even more fine or subtle forms of energy that exist beyond the perceptual range of our five senses. People that practice different forms of spiritual healing or psychic healing are often working with energy on that level, perhaps using the power of visualization, the power of projecting will or intention. When we work on that level, we can often connect to some of the deeper parts of a person, deeper aspects of their field of energy of their consciousness. Since everything is some form of energy, our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our beliefs, those all exist in some way as a form of vibrational energy. And that energy carries information. So there are specific patterns of information that are carried within those frequencies. With our modern technology, when you work with radio frequencies, whatever hertz or gigahertz or kilohertz you're dealing with, that frequency of energy is carrying information. So when you're with a cell phone, for example, the signal of that cell phone is a certain frequency, but carrying information on that frequency. So the frequency is, in a way, a carrier wave to carry through that information, which is then translated into sound, into hearing the recording of someone speaking. We have wireless audio speakers nowadays. You can use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to transmit sound and music to a speaker. We also have wireless transmission of video, transmission of light. So all these forms of technology are becoming more common, more integrated into our society. And as I mentioned, it's likely in the future that energy and frequency-based healing will be a more prominent part of our medical systems or healing traditions. This is something that I encourage each of you to learn about, to read and explore more about this topic. For those that would like to learn to practice energy healing, it's something that you can find different courses and books that will assist you in developing those skills and techniques. And I would like to invite everyone to also visit my website, www.phinsights.com. That's PHINSIGHTS.com. You can find me on Facebook also, facebook.com/Jedi Holistic Healing. And on YouTube, there are a variety of videos that I've posted covering many different topics. So I appreciate those of you who take some time to explore those topics that interest you. For now, I would like to wish everyone a great day. Namaste.